Hello and welcome to FDTV. We are back again with another episode of our daily football show. I'm your host Ali, joined with my fellow co-host Jawad. Jawad, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ali. I'm doing great. So finally, it's good to be back. I know we took a little bit of a sabbatical, long story, without getting too much into it. There's been a lot going on in the world of football. So let's get into it. Just make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe.
I want to ask you about a certain statement that is going around the footballing world. That is, should Ole Gunnar Solsjkaer field both Cavani and Ronaldo at the same time? Because this pattern of play can be concurrently defined with the likes of Benzema and Ronaldo partnership. Both feeded off each other, both were involved in the team build-up, and both delivered 3 Champions League titles to Real Madrid. So what is your thought on that?
The notion is pretty good. You're right in saying that it's going to be very similar to Benzema and Ronaldo, but what you're forgetting is that partnership was years ago, and that was when Ronaldo was a willing runner. Benzema was the dirty worker in all of this, right? But at this stage of their career, both Cavani and Ronaldo, like I said, are pretty much poachers. And what United is lacking up front is pace right now. Even though they've got players like Mason Greenwood, they've got players like Jadon Sancho, they've got all these fast-paced players, but what they're struggling with is connecting them into the game, really bringing them into this. That's where the midfield is lacking. You brought up Fred. I would even bring up Pogba into this. He's pretty much disappeared after the great start that he had at the start, and it's really just kind of annoying that they've got such a talented squad, and for some reason the chemistry is not quite there, and they're not able to really utilize the midfield to the best of its ability. Everyone is pretty much getting into their head, but somehow the star players are showing up and they're potentially saving the job of the manager, keeping the team running and getting points on the table, which is always good to see, right? Because at the end of the day, what really matters is how many points you got up on the board, right? So that's really key. But again, if Ronaldo gets injured or if Fernandes gets injured, what happens then, right? Who steps up? That's what's missing, right? The team identity is not quite there. And if you bring up 2 strikers up front who have very low mobility, who won't be able to run into the channels and really make space up front for each other, I feel like it's going to be pointless. So they need youngsters feeding the balls into the box, right? You've got probably the best header the game has ever seen, and you're not putting enough crosses into the box, right? It doesn't make sense to me. Right? So there's a lot of things that can be fixed. But first thing that you really need to understand is Solskjaer needs to decide what kind of brand of football he really wants to play. Does he want to play a high press, high tempo game? Does he want to play a fluid passing game? What is he really looking for out of his team? And once he decides, I don't know how long he's been at the job, but failure to decide that and really show what your team is going to be playing like, I think that's where the United struggles begin. And if they start there, they should be able to fix this.
Thank you so much for watching another video of FDTV.
It's been great to have you joining us. Again, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Every single subscription helps.
It motivates to put out more football content on a daily basis. Until then, see you next time. FDTV out.